Oh, well, it's all just a bit of silliness, isn't it? It's all Panto is just all about having fun and lots of like gags and just sort of like humor that relates to things that's happened this year, and it's just brilliant. Lots of like, you've got levels in theatre when it comes to panto, as you know, like there's stuff that the adults will get that the kids won't, and it's just all silliness and all fun, and I'm all for it. I'm like a little small part, but yeah, I'm enjoying watching everybody else. It's just incredible.
And what is your part this year?
I'm playing Spirit of the Mirror, but I'm a bit cheeky. I'm a bit sassy, and yeah, there's like a little bit of a kind of like a funny sort of relationship between me and Queen Morgiana. So like, I'm not scared of her, and like even though I'm kind of her mirror, and I tell her how beautiful she is, and she's the fairest. Snow White comes along and completely ruins that. So yeah, she's got a bee in her bonnet about it, and I kind of like I pick a side basically. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
And who plays that part of the Queen?
Davina de Campo, and she is amazing. She's made for that role, and her costumes are insane. And she's quite scary actually, but she doesn't scare me. But yeah, I think the kids this year are going to really hate her. They are.
A good
They're going to
baddie's
really.
always a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's amazing. She's so good. We've got a really good cast this year. I say this every year, but like they seem to better themselves every year with the casting with this, because like you've got Jared Christmas and Jack Ballard playing Nurse Nora and the Jester. So you've got them two together are incredibly funny, and then you've got obviously the baddie, and you've got Snow White, and you've got the Prince. It's just a really good contrast of characters, and it really does show. And then obviously you've got the ensemble, which are the dwarfs, so they're puppets, and they're really good. They're so good. If you're watching it from the audience, you'll be like, oh my god, that looks so real. We have them sitting in the dressing room, like in the main thing, and I'll be having a conversation and I'll see him out the corner of my eye, and I'll go to speak to him and it's a puppet, because it's so weird. Very good.
So how many people operate the puppets?
So the puppets are attached to the person. So the legs of the person are the legs of the puppet, and they're kind of in front of them there. It's hard to explain, but it really is really effective, and it's fun. They're having lots of fun doing it. So I can't wait till it's up on his feet so I can, watch it, like for real, because obviously we're not rehearsing in costumes at the moment. They've got the puppets, but until they've got all their outfits on, you won't be able to sort of see how effective it is.
And how long have you been rehearsing for now then?
But we've been rehearsing since Monday, so a week we've been rehearsing. So normally with panto, when you get a panto script, it's something that you have to shape and mould. Bits get shaved, gags don't work, some might do work, and there's a lot of business that goes on within the panto script. And it's a case of like, do we really need that business? Do we really need that big long bit there? So bits gets cut, changed, and made different, and lots more blocking involved, or something might get added. So it's for the first 3 or 4 days is all about finalizing what we're going to do and then testing it out. So it's been quite a quick process, and lots of laughing, lots of giggles, and we're doing a first proper run through tonight here in front of the producers. So they'll either be sitting there going, yeah, we don't like it, or but I'm pretty sure that they're going to love it, because there's some really funny stuff in it, and yeah, it's going to get some giggles. It's going to get people laughing, definitely.
So is that a dress rehearsal tonight?
No, it's just a sort of run, like a proper run through the show. Now that everything's solidified and we've got everything that we need, and we're just going to show it now to Imagine, the big bosses at Imagine, so that they can see it. Just in case there's something like they go, oh no, we can't really say that, or just to test it to make sure that everything's all right and we're not doing anything we shouldn't, and that it's funny. And if they say, oh, we need this or we need that, then it obviously we're back to square one again. But they never do. They always love what we come up with, and Jan Dunn, who's the director, she always does an amazing job of finding the best out of each character, which I think is amazing. So it's lovely to work with Janice again. I've worked with Jan for many years in Panto here at Leicester, so is a great show. And when it's up on its feet, it's people are going to be going crazy for it. It's going to be so much fun.
How many years have you done at Leicester then?
Gosh, this is probably my sixth at Leicester. I think sixth or seventh, probably.
In a run?
I think this is my sixth. No, because I had 2 years out because I was in a Disney musical. So I was off being a teapot for a couple of years in 2021 and 2022. So I did last year's 2023 one, and I'm now doing the 2024 one. So I'm back in the swing of things again, being silly on stage, which is right up my street.
That's unusual for someone to say I was a teapot for a couple of years.
Yeah, I was a teapot, just casual working for Disney, being a teapot. I loved it, to be honest. It was one of the best jobs I've ever done. So
So when do you try your costumes on for the first time for this show?
I've already tried them on with fittings and stuff like that, but now it's logistics because I have a very special headdress that's quite delicate, and it just depends on whether I can run around like an absolute numpty in this very delicate headdress that I've got. So I'm going to have to try it on this afternoon and see if I'm able to move about in it, so to speak. So yeah, we'll see how we get on this afternoon. But yeah, I think it's just logistics and stuff because it's got pointy bits like shards of glass. And if you go and whack someone in the eye with that, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. So we're just going to see what I can wear it in and what I can't. And then I'll be wearing some sort of like sparkly kind of turban, like an old, like what do you call Nora from, was it Sunset Boulevard? She wears the,
I was
you know,
thinking Nora Batty there for a moment.
no, so was it one woman from Sunset Boulevard where she wears the turban with the jewel in the middle of it? I don't know. I know what I'm talking about, but
Well, Friday night's your opening night. Is that a press night Friday?
no, press night is on Saturday, so we get a little bit of a test run on Friday, so we'll be able to sort of see. But we would have done a few runs by then, so we'll start running the show like mid this week, and we get into the theatre tomorrow. We'll all sort of see where we are and work out our ons and offs and look at the set and stuff. So it's going to be an exciting few days, and you know, De Montfort Hall is kind of my second home at Christmas, so I love being back there. I sort of set my dressing room up and put some lights and a Christmas tree in there and get really comfortable. So because it's going to be where I'm going to be for God knows how long, and then it's moving out time. But it will go so quick, it really will.
So for you, obviously we know you're in the panto. Actually, I don't think
Yeah.
we've not actually said what the panto is yet, have we? What is the panto?
Snow White.
Snow
Snow
White, and is it just Snow White or Snow
Yeah,
White and the
it's
Seven
just
Dwarfs?
Snow
Just
White.
Snow
It's
White.
just Snow White. But obviously there's seven dwarfs in it, but
Yeah.
it's Snow White. But they're puppets, so but it does add a different element to the show. It really does, and obviously the guys, the kids in the show are out of this world this year. I mean, they always seem to exceed their expectations every single year. We get kids and they're fab. They're really on it this year. They already know their stuff. It's like, how have you done that? But they like sponges. They're like little tiny sponges, and I'm jealous because I put the bread in the fridge and put the milk in the bread bin kind of vibe and walk into a room and don't know why I'm in there. And these kids are just like absolutely killing it when it comes to learning stuff. And I'm like, I want your brain. It's not fair.
So the actual Christmas Day, how many days off do you get for Christmas Day itself?
And we get Christmas Day, and then we get New Year's Day, and then we get the day after New Year's Day. But we get a couple of days off before, so we've got like the 15th off, the 20th off, then we've got Christmas Day off, and then we've got New Year's Day, and so we get 5 days off. But it's long. I mean, Kids Week is the one that kills me normally because we have to start at 10 o'clock in the morning, which means that vocally I have to be up at 6. And then obviously I have to put 100 tons of glitter on my face. So yeah, I'm just covered in glitter all through Christmas. I'm still finding glitter every year around about May, June time. But I'm like, how am I still finding glitter? I did that show 3 or 4 months ago. But I'm going straight from this show into a musical. So I pretty much go straight out on tour like a week after. So yeah, I'm doing lots of press for the musical in January, and then I go out on tour. So yeah, doing Panto and then going out on tour. So it's going to be a busy few months for me, but yeah, it's all good. I've been learning 2 scripts at once, so yeah, my brain is absolutely frazzled.
So the wrong one might come out in the middle of the show.
Well, I hope not. We'll soon tell, won't we? And there's a couple of songs in the show that are exactly the same. So it's yeah, it's a bit mad. There's a few songs that are the same.
Oh, there's some days you do 3 shows, were you saying there then?
Yeah, I think there's one day, one of the days where we do three shows. The rest of them are two. But there's a lovely thing that happens in Schools Week, and I think it's on the Thursday here this week, this year. There's a lovely company called FTM Dance, and they're a group of children and young adults that are all disabled, have learning difficulties, quite severely disabled, some of them, and they put on a show every year using our stage and using our set, and it's like a mirror of the show that we're doing. So instead of it be Snow White, it'll be Terry and the Seven Trolls or something, and they put on their own show. So I always look forward to it because I get to go and watch their show, and it is just the most heartwarming thing. So if anyone's about in Leicester, go and see them. They're incredible. So they're on the 19th of December at the Montfort Hall. It's incredible. It's such a beautiful thing to go and watch, and it really does warm your heart. But I have loads of things that I look forward to. I look forward to watching that. I look forward to being in the theatres, and that particular week, because we're finished at 4 o'clock, so we can all kind of like go out for dinner. It's kind of the only time that we'll actually get time to go out after a show and have a bit of food or something. It's kind of nice, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas this year. It's been a bit of a mad one for me, so ups and downs, lots of downs with my son's illness, but we're all right. I'm really looking forward to it.
The funny noise going on in the background there,
Yeah,
is
I
it?
don't know what that is.
Okay.
I don't know what that was. That was really loud.
Yeah, it went loud for a moment. But just to finish off with that, I won't keep you any longer. I was just going to say you are a local person, and obviously we've got Ruud van Nistelrooy now. Will you be trying to get out to see the
Well, I went to the game on against West Ham, which was his first game, and it was great. And everyone said to me, "You need to come again because I've not been for ages." I'm a season ticket holder, and I went to the game, and they ended up winning. And everyone was like, "It's you. You need to come again." And then obviously I wasn't at the game last night, but the hubby's happy, and all the time the hubby's happy, I'm happy. They say happy wife, happy life. I say happy hubby, happy life. Because if he's happy with the football, he's not grumpy. We're good. We're good to go. So what can we say? Hello.